because this mom and this daughter have been through so much, so it's a little choppy. But the daughter is now in her second year in college, but it's like she's starting over. In junior high, she disappeared from middle school for about 3 hours. When mom showed up, the girl was removed from the premises where the mother was. They said they couldn't find her, so she went to the Anna Police Department. They kept me there for 3 hours. They finally found my daughter, and I went with the officer to retrieve her. She was found with belt buckle imprints on her back, and she was woozy. Nothing was documented for restraining her during a tantrum, according to them, by 2 males. She was special education, and it's required to be filed with the TE Exped Division if that needs to happen. They never did this. Fast forward to high school, she was exceeding all expectations, was doing really well, and started having random recalls. The mayor of Anna recommended I take her to the Child Advocacy Center to help her recall in a healthy way. I informed her and the entire art committee, and this was all recorded. The next day, the entire school district fired my entire art committee. They kept me from attending it. They altered her records to reflect that she is not to be trusted, that she makes stuff up, and that I am not to be listened to. I took this all the way to the DA, the sheriffs, my congressmen, senators, the White House. I was on the ballot with Trump at the time for school board. She ran for school board. The school district, city, and the sheriff's office lawyered up, and even the DA filed charges against my kid. Suffice it to say that when the case is still open, it is not closed, and it's a case against a minor who came forward with these details. They announced that they knew the ISD police chief, the sheriff, the investigators. I'm sorry, this is a little choppy. Suffice it to say that this poor girl has been threatened. She's been threatened to change her story from the school, from the ISD police, town police, and if she would say more, they threatened to kill her mother and her dog. This girl has been suicidal for most of her upbringing. And the day after I talked to this mother and heard her story, she reached out to me and I told her, we have this network of people around the state. And she called me the next morning and said, did you say you know people out there because my daughter's in the hospital? She tried to commit suicide again last night. Is there anybody you can send to her? And a text at 911 helper went to campus. I don't think she got to meet her. I think she was okay by the time we got there, but we also sent her survivor help. Suffice it to say that this case is still unresolved. Anna ISD has never been held accountable. This mother is trying to move on with her life, as is the daughter, but like I told you, she's still dealing with survivor syndrome and constantly on the verge of suicide. The individuals who perpetrated these acts against the daughter are still employed in schools, one in my school district, others in Fort Worth, and others within the district. Outcries have gone unanswered. All of these people are desperate for justice for their children. And this isn't the last story like this you're going to hear today. Just know that I'm going to stop there because there's a whole lot more to say, but just understand that our children are being victimized, and if we don't speak for them, who will speak for them? It is on our watch. We must do something about this now.